Murphy pushing it up the floor, you're going to pay for those mistakes.
What do you see here? Do you think Brian Collins goes a little bit more zone second half? Do you throw a wrinkle? Because, again, Belmont got so much of a rhythm offensively fueled by those transition opportunities.
Well, I think if he does decide to go zone, he will. It'll be short term if they make a couple of shots, because I think when you're down 15, you can't really think passive. You tend to say we got to make some things happen.
That's an excellent point, because a lot of times teams, you get off the gas and become reactionary rather than proactive. Oh, Murphy, nearly that OVC record steal. He's tied it, but it was able to.
He got three?
He did. He got three in the first half, Coach. One more for the all-time record. Dupree out of the double team does well. Nicholson late in the clock lays it up and in. And there you see the length and reach of Nicholson. Tremendous off of a make. Luke Smith beats everyone down the floor. And Coach, Grayson Murphy makes that pass look far easier than it really is, and invariably it's on the money on the run.
He should have been a quarterback.
I'm telling you, that was kind of vintage Kurt Warner Rams of the late 90s and early 2000s. That was a timing pass by Grayson Murphy. Nicholson.
There's a call, Greg. There's a lot of guys listening weren't born when that happened.
Right. It is a younger demographic now, Coach. You're very well taken. I know you're into the social media and Instagram and all of that.
Absolutely.
So I'll take your point there. A rare miss inside for Nicholson, who had a 2-point first half, but already 4 here early, trying to make up for lost time. Again, Tennessee State's second leading scorer as the Tigers get back within 13. Man-to-man here early, and Dupree playing Muzinski straight up on the block. Cross court, Richard, 3, dips off no good, and Dupree the rebound. Muzinski's a willing passer out of the post, Coach Bird.
Well, I started to say that was an excellent pass, but he needs to be a little bit more selfish sometimes.
I agree. I think Coach Alexander would agree. Dupree stays with it. So 6 early points this half for Tennessee State, and the Tigers back within 11. And we're getting a hand check foul on Dupree as it was an out-of-control closeout there, Coach Bird. You have to respect Muzinski but not get off balance, and those are the fouls that Coach Collins will not want Dupree to pick up way out on the perimeter.
You can't get beat on the shot fake by Nick Muzinski. If he makes a quick shot, you just go down the other end.
Nearly picked up another one right there. Shepard on the right wing. It's a ball screen, goes inside. Tough finish in traffic as Ben Shepard is up to a game-high 16 points. And that's such a wonderful dimension to have, Coach Bird, Ben Shepard's finishing ability in traffic. Another poke away by Smith, and here comes Murphy. Muzinski made 2 against TSU the first time. That one's short, and Dupree the rebound.
Luke Smith doesn't get enough credit for the quick hands that he has on defense a lot of times, I believe. He just made that play happen.
He did. He was among the OVC leaders in steals last year. The steals down a little bit this year. Marshall nearly walked. Reverse lane attempt, no good. Dupree again on the offensive glass. Nicholson this time. And finally, Muzinski the rebound. Second and third shot opportunities coming a little bit easier to start the half. Assertive Muzinski.
Wow.
And that's with his offhand, Coach Bird.
That was a Grayson Murphy layup.
It was. Wrong-footed, straight-line drive from your 6'11 center. And when he does things like that, it's just thoroughly eye-opening. You fail to... Sometimes you forget that is a 6'11 man doing that. Oh, great drive again and finished by Marshall.
He's an awfully good basketball player.
Yeah, it was all OVC 2 years ago. Again, limited by injuries last year, but putting together another all OVC season. Shepard dips off, but tremendous timing and soft touch on the tip by Will Richard. And we talked about added dimensions, Coach Bird. Shepard's driving, but Will Richard's offensive rebounding ability.
Without a doubt. And you're right. It almost seems like he can hang in the air when he needs to tap it in. His timing is excellent.
Just like the two of us, right? Just be able to hang and tip those in.
I'm trying to remember that day.
Yes, I know I am for sure. Nicholson, third field goal in a row. Got a cross match on Grayson Murphy, and I know Brian Collins is satisfied that Nicholson's seeing increased touches, but in his sweet spot right there in the mid-range.
Gone zone again.
Yeah, gone zone. Oh, good interior pass, just eludes Murphy, and he regathers. Musinski walking Dupree into the post. Good, strong finish off the glass.
Interested to see their defense. They finished in a man and definitely started in a zone. So.
Oh, tremendous hustle by Smith. Gets back, tips it away from Johnson, and then throws it off of him to get possession back to Belmont. So Nicholson and Musinski fast starts in the second half, and Belmont has preserved its 15-point advantage.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation, capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Gorgeous but chilly night in Music City. Wondering how the Predators and Lightning will fare at Nissan Stadium, but inside the Curve Event Center, Belmont and Tennessee State. 4 minutes into the second half, and Belmont has preserved its 15-point advantage. And Coach Bird, I know you love this Belmont student section. They were an integral part of your home success here. A lot of memories for good home wins in this building.
Yeah, and it's just getting better and better. I don't think there's any question that Belmont has the best student crowd in the OVC. Now we'll see how Missouri Valley's got a whole bunch of folks that are excited about basketball, but they're terrific. They're terrific, and it's good to see. It's about a lot of things, but it's really about year in and year out, more and more students living on campus, easier to come to games.
No question. That's translated from Dr. Bob Fisher to Dr. Greg Jones now. And it was a little 2-2-1 into a 2-3 zone out of the timeout by Brian Collins. Is again, just trying to throw a few wrinkles. Jacoby Wood, Tate Pearson, Evan Braun's in. Tate Pearson makes a baseline three in front of the Belmont bench. And Coach Bird, high 40s, all OVC for Tate Pearson. He played for you, and I know you enjoy to see that for Tate on senior day.
That's good, because he's been in a slump lately, and good to see that one go down. Several guys making them, like Grayson and Tate, Jacoby, that need to be making them for Belmont to do well.
Yeah, for sure. And that, as you alluded to, that'll get teams out of the zone, not just this week, but next week in Evansville. Before Acosta was awarded shots, deemed it on the ground, so second team foul for Belmont and a fresh 20 for Tennessee State. Belmont's largest lead now at 18. Monty Johal drives, fadeaway, dips off no good. And there you see Nicholson again, one of the OVC's better offensive rebounders right there with Janai Broom and KJ Williams. Work shanks down low, but misses the tough left-hander, and a tough rebound in traffic for Trey Tate Pearson. Yes, indeed. You're familiar with Tate's family, for sure, having coached his uncle. Oh, the offensive rebound by Evan Bronze goes, and Belmont stretching this out to a margin of 20.
Oh, you're right. Great family. Great family, and it's just a thrill to see Tate have the career he's had, starting as a walk-on and becoming such an important part of really good basketball teams.
Yeah, a lot of times when you think of a walk-on, and it's going to be a player control foul on Nicholson as Shanks held his ground in the post, just showed his chest and didn't reach. And a little bit of frustration mounting here for Tennessee State during this stretch, but great replay by our crew as Shanks again just held his ground and did his job in post defense. But Pearson, again, a walk-on Coach Bird, but he's not just getting token minutes. He's playing an integral role. He's had big shots, I think, to the game at Southeast Missouri a few weeks ago where Belmont desperately needed some shots, and he provided it. He's been a valuable piece for Casey Alexander.
Well, he's one in a long line. You can remember him, but Burton Sampson a few years ago, Adam Barnes, another walk-on that contributed to us in a big way.
Oh, as Boyd gets a fortunate roll there.
Wow.
He was 1 for 7 in the first half. Maybe that'll get him going as it hits the heel of the rim, bounces straight up and falls in for his second three-pointer. Good cut by Shepard, and it'll be deemed a body foul on David Acosta, again, the reserve post, and that'll send Ben Shepard to the line for 2 free throws. Shepard with 16 points, Coach Bird on 7 for 11, and what's been extraordinary this year about Ben Shepard, 27 double-figure games. In 2 of the 3 games where he didn't score, he was right there with 9 points. So it's been an ultra-consistent year for Ben Shepard.
Yeah, and the biggest difference to me than when he started here is what a good three-point shooter he's become. And when a guy can put it on the floor like he can, if he's a 40+% three-point shooter, you've got to go out and get him. He's one of the most exciting players Belmont's had in, well, as long as I've been around.
Well, neither of us are NBA scouts, but in terms of the way the NBA is played now, and Ben being 6'6", and certainly his proclivity to defend both on the ball and off the ball, you would think a lot of those things would translate well to any level of professional basketball. And he played point guard in high school.
I don't think I would have used the word proclivity all night. I'm glad you got it in.
It was at the tip of your tongue. I stole it from you. I apologize.
You're right. You're right about Ben. You're right about me not being an NBA scout, but I do think that I think he's got an awful lot that they look for. And a terrific kid on top of that.
Yeah, tremendous. Enjoyed getting to know he and his family. Great interior pass by Joe Hall to Shaquem Johnson for the and one opportunity. Bronze just came over to deter Joe Hall. And that's honestly where Shaquem Johnson is at his best, Coach Bird. Kind of roaming the baseline and getting those dump down passes.
It's a rough looking free throw.
Well, he has been hit or miss. It was low 60s. It was 63 this year. So to his credit, he's elevated a bit, but it's always been a little bit of an issue, hit or miss for Shaquem Johnson at the line. Belmont leading by 17. 7.5 minutes in here, second half. Jacoby Wood on the right wing. Pearson had a notion, loses the handle for a moment, regathers, and a risky pass out to Wood. Belmont fortunate to preserve possession with 6 on the clock. Certainly know that Grayson Murphy is aware. Pulls from 15, can't get it to go, and Joe Hall a good box out of Pearson as marshals into the front court. Johnson scoops and scores, and that's where TSU has been at its best this half, Coach Bird. Nicholson and Johnson kind of within that 6 to 8 foot range. TSU getting some higher percentage shots to start this half as the Tigers are now 8 of 15 after intermission. Wood, a 3, long no good, and Joe Hall the rebound. Nearly poked away by Murphy, and again, as we detailed a moment ago, tied the OVC career steals record of Van Usher at Tennessee Tech. He's 1 away from the outright OVC steals record. Actually having Joe Hall initiate offense a little bit more. Quick 3, nearly banked in, and not the percentage shot that Brian Collins was looking for.
Well, they need to stick to the inside, the curls, and getting the ball to post players in there like they've been doing, making those 5 and 6 footers.
Yeah, I agree. Braun's trying to find an angle down low on Johnson. Good catch in traffic and lays it in. And like Muszynski, Coach Bird, Braun's equally adept with both the left and right hand.
No, he's improving. I think I'm surprised Tennessee State wanted to front him and give him the lob as opposed to making him score it over them. That's where he definitely needs to improve, but he's doing that.
Yeah, and a good finish in traffic for Evan Braun's. Quick trigger by Boyd is long, no good. And Jacoby Wood racing it into the front court. Hit ahead pass to Shanks. Just slowly regathering into the post and scores on the smaller man Boyd. Michael Shanks had one of those against Southeast Missouri as well, Coach Bird. And
he's getting way more comfortable on the basketball floor. I feel like you talked about guys that don't get a lot of minutes, and he just didn't get comfortable. But I think now that he's playing more and becoming a more important part of the team, he's getting better and better.
Yeah, they're going to award Johnson 2 free throws out of the under 12 timeout. Another one where Murphy thought he had that steals record. We'll monitor that the final 10-17. Belmont up by 19.
Become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank, committed, strong, and growing stronger. Be part of something legendary. Legends Bank, member FDIC.
Health coverage fans, this is the matchup we've all been waiting for, where you find quality, affordable coverage that's right for you and your family through Connect. And it's about the simplest play you can make. Just go to connect.ky.gov and get started. Now more people than ever will qualify and save more by enrolling through Connect. So get off the sidelines and in the game anytime between now and January 15th. Team Kentucky for the win. Connect, together for a better Kentucky.
4 years of med school, 3 years residency, and 2 proud parents. Congratulations, you're a physician.
Glad that's over with.
Marriage, kids, work-life balance, taking over my practice.
What?
It's time to start planning for the future.
You know, we're going to need some help with this.
Your mom and I didn't do it alone.
It's so nice to finally meet you. Your dad's
Old National, your success is everything.
Belmont and Tennessee State to the Ford Center for the 2022 OVC Basketball Championships presented by Ticket Smarter. Join us March 2nd through the 5th in Evansville, Indiana to watch the Bruins and Tigers compete for an OVC title and a bid to the NCAA tournament. For more information or to purchase tickets, log on to ovcsports.com/Evansville. During the break, Coach Bird, we were talking about how Belmont 22 of 26 from inside the arc in the 88-61 meeting earlier this month, and the Bruins are 21 of 29 from 2 tonight. So that's certainly the type of efficiency that Casey Alexander will want to replicate next week in Evansville.
Yeah, if you look at this national statistics over the years with the style of offense that Casey runs, it's similar to the offense that we ran. Almost always top 5 in the country in 2-point percentage because we take threes and we take shots at the goal.
Yeah, second entering today's play, Belmont second in the nation in 2-point percentage is Shaquem Johnson. It was unconventional, but he made 2 right there, Coach Bird.
My bad on the. No, shouldn't have said a word about it.
No, absolutely not.
I like him. He's a good player. I think it's fun to watch. I like guys that can pass the ball out of the post like he can.
He's competitive. It seems like he tries to do what Coach Collins wants. Shepard, a quick flare 3, and those are going to be the shots that Belmont again needs to pack with it to Evansville. Yeah. Really had a nice game, Ben Shepard.
You got to be ready for after timeout play from Coach Alexander.
Yeah, that was a quick hitter for sure, and Ben's up to a game-high 21. On a curl, Marshall.
Whoa.
Boy, Kenny Cooper wanted to shoot it, but Grayson Murphy was right there and made him pull it down. Clock under 10 now. Pump fake, step back, Marshall long this time, and Will Richard does well to keep Nicholson off the glass. Belmont again leading 70-50 midway through the second half. Shepard on a curl, kicks Murphy. Can't get his fourth three of the game, but Musinski on the board, and Belmont will get a fresh 20. Oh, poked away from Richard by Marshall, and here comes Boyd. He loses the handle, and Tennessee State will reset. Cooper, three, long no good. And Dupree, oh, he misses at the rim. Misses twice at the rim. And Murphy can't gather the loose ball in the far corner, but wow, two misses at the rim. Close range for Dupree.
Maybe he needs to back up a little bit, Greg.
He was directly under the goal. From up here, we're high above on the concourse of the Curve Event Center. It may have been a difficult angle to either lay it straight in or go glass. So to defend Jalen Dupree, it was...
You're being kind.
Okay. Boyd in and out. He's just not been able to find the range from three today. Nicholson earns 2 free throws.
Well, that kid plays hard. Tough kid inside. Really good offensive rebounder.
Tremendous offensive rebounder. Among the nation's leaders, he has 13 double-figure rebound games. Kassim Nicholson, again, second in the team in scoring. Held to 2 in the first meeting, but having a nice second half, now up to 9. And Nicholson third in the OVC behind KJ Williams and Janai Broom in offensive rebounding at 3 a game. He's on the season averaging nearly 9 rebounds a game. Makes them both, and TSU's within 70-52. Does appear to be some more zone, Coach Bird, here.
It does.
We approach the 8.5-minute mark. Murphy in the corner, kicks. Shanks long, but it was a good on-balance look.
Great pass by Grayson.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, you talked about it in the first half, just Murphy's innate ability, not just to be a chess master and see and anticipate plays, but invariably the passes are right on the money. And people take that part of it out of the equation sometimes. They don't value how pinpoint his passing really is.
That's exactly right. And there's almost a steal.
Oh, rare miss this half for Nicholson along the baseline, and Murphy with another rebound. Shepard, 3, short, no good, and Dupree the rebound. A little bit of a reach-in foul on Luke Smith that time, as we will get the under 8 timeout. So again, monitoring Grayson Murphy has tied the OVC steals record. Will he get it? 7:50 to go. We'll find out.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around. I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay?
Visit Evansville, Indiana, where E is for everyone. Ideal for a weekend getaway, family reunion, group tour, concert or sporting event, small business meeting, or a large convention. Evansville has a fun, friendly environment with all the amenities of a big city. Exciting events, festivals, and attractions all year long. A thriving downtown with new hotels, nightlife, fabulous restaurants, and entertainment. We're conveniently located in the heart of the Midwest with all the charm you could ever hope for. Yes, Hoosier hospitality is alive and well. Come visit Evansville and you will see E is for everyone.
You don't become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank. Committed, strong, and growing stronger. Be part of something legendary. Legends Bank. Member FDIC.
Belmont, where the Bruins have a lead over TSU. This year they're looking at Jacoby Wood, who has grown up a lot. This young man has 5 points and 4 assists tonight. He's understanding the game a little bit better and understanding what the coaching staff wants from him. This man has a great amount of offensive talent, but the role that he plays with right now doesn't allow him to show his offensive talent. So coach is thinking once he gets some more minutes, gets up to about 30 minutes a game, we're really going to see him shine. They were worried about his defense last year. This year, not at all. He's playing great.
Thank you, Jay. His ball's back into play. And Coach Bird, it's interesting when you're a star offensive player coming out of high school, especially when Belmont plays 4 out, 1 in, as you featured in your coaching career, it can be challenging at times for a perimeter player to always look to feed the post as opposed to score first. And how would you assess Jacoby Wood's adjustment to that?
There's no question that it's a tough offense to learn. And you can remember a lot of good point guards that as freshmen, they threw the ball all over the lot trying to understand what we wanted them to do. And you couple that with a guy that starts out his whole college career by having a career night like he did last year. Then he's got to think offense. He's a scoring point guard, and he'll be a different kind of point guard than the ones we've had when he assumes that role.
Yeah, Tajik Bartholomew, 1 out of 2 as Belmont's put Tennessee State in the bonus here with 7:20 to go. Luke Smith, a quick 3, and that's a trademark play that both you and Coach Alexander, that dribble toss. Just what's the challenge in defending that play, Coach?
Well, it depends on what. If you're switching it, it's even harder because the guy stops and he doesn't get to you, and then you're in between. And if you do a good job of setting your man up, but you know what? It takes a really good shooter to catch and shoot the ball that quickly and make enough to make the play worthwhile.
Well, that was the play that basically got Belmont in overtime against Furman. Furman fouled Luke on that play, and it forced overtime, which Belmont won. Good steal by Tennessee State. Oh, Joe Hall rejected by Shanks at the rim, and we're going to get a foul. Musinski fouling Boyd, but what hustle by Michael Shanks not to give Joe Hall the easy 2.
That's the kind of player that came to Belmont, a guy that's got a lot of toughness, better athlete than maybe you think he is, guy who can make threes, play a big wing, play a small 4-man spot, and you can see him playing with a lot more confidence lately.
Yes, and those are the plays I think Casey Alexander is looking for. You're not going to get the 16-point performance at Kennesaw State as Boyd makes the free throws, but just, again, the hustle plays, the loose balls. We saw him take a charge earlier, and that's a rare turnover by Grayson Murphy, just trying to hit it ahead to Ben Shepherd here. But again, Belmont leads 73-55 with 6:41 to go in regulation.
I think he just assumed he'd be looking for him because he was open in the corner and Ben wasn't yet.
Yeah, that was a rare misconnection as Belmont 11 turnovers, but many of those in the first half. And fouls accumulating. Coach Bird, Belmont among the national leaders, I think top 10 in defensive foul rate, but they've sent Tennessee State to the line, and that's where Tennessee State wants to be. Belmont actually 5th, entered the game 5th in the country in fewest fouls, whereas TSU is 3rd in the OVC in free throws.
Well, I think it's a commentary on what you talked about earlier, Greg, about how Tennessee State was going more to the mid-range game. Guys were coming off curls, driving the ball into the paint, into the circle, shot faking. They're good job by Coach Collins. I think the whole idea that they are that good at not fouling is a testament to the defensive coaching, the job done by the coaching staff.
Oh, fortunate there as Will Richard pump faked and drove, and Nicholson nearly got the steal. TSU, we haven't mentioned this one, Coach Bird. Entering today's play, leading the OVC in three-point percentage, but 10th or last in three-point attempts. So interesting how a lot of games they've relied upon their good drivers, their good offensive rebounding and free throws. But especially in the modern game, with how capable they are from behind the arc, that they haven't relied on the three more.
Well, it may be a product of Brian's decision, trying to get them to make better decisions and not take quick shots. And
as we see Boyd, who, again, very capable, mid to high 30s for his career. He just has not had it today, now 2 for 11. And Belmont starting to, again, manage the game a bit here, Coach, up 16 under 6 minutes.
Yeah, fewer possessions at this point are better for Belmont than they are for Tennessee State.
An opportunity here for Jackie Bisek to back down the smaller man. Marshall gets the double team and finds Grayson Murphy. That's a good patience by Jackie Bisek and feel in the post. And boy, is Frank a strong young man, Coach
He
Bird.
is. I really believe that he's done a terrific job being the backup more often here in the last several games. And then the make by Grayson is just how many times have we seen him catch a ball? Most guards don't want to have anything to do with catching the ball where he caught it. And he, just like the game-winning shot against Morehead State, he's got such great touch around the goal.
An innate ability. You mentioned it, Coach Bird, generously listed at 6'3", Grayson, but he is an exceptional finisher around the rim in traffic with all of the bigs. Nicholson, a rare miss from the free throw line, as Belmont still leads by 16 as we approach 5 minutes. But Grayson, he's very comfortable and confident finishing in traffic. Pearson, 3, good. And that was contested by Kenny Cooper.
Yeah, that was a tough one. In fact, I was thinking it was a bad shot when he took it. But
is that one of those no-no-yes
shots?
Sorry,
Tate, I was wrong.
But he provides an added dimension with Jacoby Wood off the bench that Belmont has missed in recent games, just that added offensive punch.
No question, and although he's not a great athlete, physical specimen, he's in the right place at the right time on defense.
That's a good point, Coach Bird. He really knows the tendencies of the opposition, adheres to the scouting report, and very rarely out of position. Will Richard just can't get the wing 3 to go, and Joe Hall, the weak side rebound. Approaching 4 minutes. Quick 3 by Nicholson is no good, and
I think they heard you, and they weren't going to try to take more threes now.
Well, yeah, that's what we'll chalk that one up to. Oh, great hustle by Nicholson. You're seeing the length and the score and a timeout by Brian Collins. I thought we might see a little bit more pressing midway through the second half to try to give that added burst and get the margin back under 10. But the steal and score by Nicholson has it at 17 with 3:53.
CenterPoint Energy's newest generation of safe, efficient energy includes capturing and harnessing the natural power of pure sunshine. We are increasing solar in our balanced and reliable energy mix as we power our region with more clean, renewable energy. We're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business while reducing carbon emissions and helping create a cleaner environment. It's just a little something for your smart energy future.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
.53 to go in regulation as Belmont led by 15 at the break and 17 78-61. Coach Bird, TSU, shooting 37% from the game. Had a good start to the half, but just 10 of 30 from the field in the second half. It has been interesting, though. They've been opportunistic, 19 points off of 12 Belmont turnovers.
Yeah, that's for them to have more points off turnovers than Belmont's a big surprise. Here's the press you wanted to see a little bit of, Greg.
Yeah, I thought I would see it sooner. Tough to get over. Barely got it in the front court before the 10-second violation. That's another thing you utilize when you coach Nick Musinski. His hands, his size, his ability to be a press release safety valve.
Yep. It's a real luxury to have big guys that can catch the ball well and they can pass the ball out of double teams.
No double team and a good finish over Dupree with the right hand along the baseline.
And a great example of using all of the clock in this situation.
That was a great possession for Coach Alexander. Beat the press and then got a finish by Musinski. Tough finish by Dupree, and we're going to get a late whistle after the rebound missed. You're going to get the in the restricted area block call on Tate Pearson, and hopefully he's no worse for the wear. Took a lot of physical contact from Dupree, and we're going to get the back-to-back timeouts here with 3:08 to go in regulation. Belmont leading Tennessee State by 19.
You don't become a legend by being distracted. Legends are born out of discipline and focus. We are Legends Bank. Committed, strong, and growing stronger. Be part of something legendary. Legends Bank. Member FDIC.
Health coverage fans, this is the matchup we've all been waiting for, where you find quality, affordable coverage that's right for you and your family through Connect. And it's about the simplest play you can make. Just go to connect.ky.gov and get started. Now more people than ever will qualify and save more by enrolling through Connect. So get off the sidelines and in the game anytime between now and January 15th. Team Kentucky for the win. Connect, together for a better Kentucky.
4 years of med school, 3 years residency, and 2 proud parents. Congratulations, you're a physician.
Glad that's over with.
Marriage, kids, work-life balance, taking over my practice.
What?
It's time to start planning for the future.
You know, we're going to need some help with this.
Your mom and I didn't do it alone.
It's so nice to finally meet you. Your dad's
Old National, your success is everything.
To go in regulation. Belmont leading Tennessee State by 19. And this is what the OVC tournament bracket would have looked like going into today. There'll be some shakings and comings and goings, but we do now know Murray State will be the 1, Belmont will be the 2, Morehead State will be the 3. Still some jockeying here, 4 through 8. Don't have my tiebreakers in front of me, but I think if this score holds, Southeast Missouri will be the 4. And again, I think tonight's game, UT Martin and Tennessee Tech will have a bearing on which of those two teams gets in and which will be left out with Eastern Illinois 9 and 10. Dupree to the line, misses the first. He'll get one more. Would you say that this week, Coach Bird, Murray State solidified its status as the prohibitive favorite next week at Evansville?
Absolutely. I mean, that game and the 2 games with Belmont are 2 of the most dominating performances against another good team that we've seen in the OVC in a long time. It doesn't mean they can't get beat, and they know that.
And it's interesting. They've had 2 highly competitive games with Morehead State. Certainly today with Southeast Missouri trailing much of the game.
UT Martin a week ago.
KJ Williams had to rescue that. Again, a great interior pass by Muzinski. Coach, at times does Nick almost prefer to be a passer than a scorer? Was that your experience?
Yeah, that was exactly the right play because the guy just left Grayson wide open on the other side. But he is such a good passer that sometimes he looks pass first. Whoops.
Yeah, another good finish by Marshall. 12 in the first half now, a team high 16, but he's been far quieter in the second half, Coach Bird.
It's been a big part of Belmont keeping the lead. Oh, thought he had a backdoor cut by Grayson.
Yeah, good presence of mind by Luke Smith to kick it back out. And just can't get that three to go. He's had such a wonderful floor game and deemed to be off of Tate Pearson. Smith, 8 points, but just 1 of 5 from behind the arc. And you got to have Luke Smith out there, Coach Bird. He's such a tenacious player, always knows what to do, always in the right place. And as you pointed out, an underrated defender, scrappy. But the three-point shooting just has been 10 percentage points under his career average this year. It's just the reality of it. We're going to get an offensive rebounding foul on Tennessee State. Luke now with 1 for 5 today, 24 of 80 from 3, and that's just very unusual for a career.
You would think he'd be a 34 out of 80 kind of guy. And,
for sure.
And I'm sure it bothers no one more than it does Luke, but he is such a good teammate, so well liked by these guys that I am sure they want him on the floor.
No question. I mean, he made a big shot to help seal the win at Southeast Missouri. He does so many things. Underrated passer. You can initiate offense with Luke Smith. That's a luxury that Casey Alexander has, is you have multiple point guards.
3 point guards.
Yes, for sure. And so when you do a design play, it doesn't always have to be Grayson Murphy running it. Casey Alexander emptying the bench here and double-checking the stats, Coach Bird. Grayson Murphy stuck on that 3 steals, so he'll take that tie of the OVC career steals record to Evansville next week and look to eclipse that mark. Shanks an open on-balance 3.
My money's on Grayson getting it done.
Okay. It seemed as though he maybe knew it and was trying to hunt it in the second half. Shepard steal, unselfish by
nice
E.J.
play,
Bellinger.
E.J. Bellinger hadn't been in the game all night, and he could have so easily taken that shot and went right back to his teammate Ben Shepard. E.J. is another guy that next year is going to have a lot more opportunity and might find he's a darn good player.
Wow, a very acrobatic fadeaway 3 by Nicholson, who's had a big second half. He's up to 17 points and 10 rebounds. Good finish inside by Jacoby Wood, who likewise has had a nice game. He's up to 7. 86-66.
Well, this game's been just what the doctor ordered for Belmont, without a doubt.
Oh, missed at the rim by Bartholomew.
But I think Tennessee State ought to take a lot of confidence into the tournament this coming week.
So as we wrap this one up, how would you assess and portend both Belmont and Tennessee State next week? Because they're both going to have opportunities.
Well, obviously Belmont gets the benefit of only having to win 2 games to go to the national tournament. That's a tremendous plus. Tennessee State they'd love to have 2 byes or 1 bye, but this program probably needs as many tournament games as they can play to pay off next year if they can't get something done this year. So I think it takes that. I think it takes experience in those moments.
Yeah, it is. Coach Collins has melded transfers and young players and returning players as Shepard makes 1 out of 2. Your thoughts on the double bye versus straight 1 through 8? I know Belmont's had positive and negative experiences with both.
Well, Greg, I think you take a double bye anytime you can get it. My problem with the double bye has nothing to do with any of that. It's just that I think if people tie for second and third, play an 18-game schedule, that it shouldn't be perhaps a coin flip to decide who has to win 3 games, who has to win 2 games, or 4th and 5th. I like 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7. because I think it's fairer. If you want to try to get your best team in the tournament, and that's why you're doing it, maybe the double bye system's the way to go.
Well, it's an interesting point you make, Coach Bird, as we wind down the clock with Marshall at the line. Up until Southeast Missouri's win at Morehead State last Saturday, it looked like that was a viable scenario where Belmont and Morehead State could come down to a coin flip. And Belmont gets back on track after its loss at Murray.